Hello and welcome to another episode of Coach and Coffee. I have my Honduran mug. I have coffee from Vital Proteins. They sent me another shipment. It's awesome because I just ran out of French vanilla that I had before. So this is going to be good. It's good coffee. Make sure you get your coffee. Come back, sit down. Today's going to be a short one, but you still want to have your coffee with you. It's getting cooler out these days, but it is still sunny, so there's a cool breeze and the nice sun, and it's the perfect mix of warm and cold and everything great. If you are not outside today, who knows what day you're going to see this, but get outside anyway. Get some vitamin D. The sun's great for that. We're going to talk very briefly about weight vests today. So weight vests are extremely helpful tools for our sport, obstacle course racing, and there's multiple reasons for that. One, obstacle course racing in general does not require a significant amount of power or a ton of strength. Most of the obstacles are more about body weight and your ability to function carrying your body weight through different movements and maneuvers and things like that. There are some obstacles that require more strength, maybe a little bit of power, like the tire flip. The bucket carry will require you to have an adequate amount of strength to perform it, plenty of strength if you want to perform it really well. And sandbag carry, Hercules hoist, things like that, you can train for them using weights, doing deadlifts and things of that sort, lat pull downs to kind of simulate the Hercules hoist, doing any type of carry for the bucket or the sandbag, anything like that. But if you have a weight vest, you can do all the training you need to do all of those obstacles very well. And even if it was just your body weight, you can probably get away doing that, but it's good to have a little bit extra weight to build some extra strength and strength endurance to be a little bit better at it. So for instance, I don't know when I bought it, but I bought a 20-pound weight vest maybe 2 years ago. I honestly don't remember now. And so I was still using a gym at the time, so I only used it randomly at home and outdoors. But ever since the virus kicked in and I could have access to a gym again, I just choose not to, because honestly I enjoy being outdoors and doing the type of training I'm doing now with tires and weight vests and all that stuff. But I've been using that 20-pound weight vest a ton for pull-ups, push-ups, inverted rows. You can use it for squats and lunges and all that stuff. So a 20-pound weight vest, 20 pounds, if you're used to doing body weight pull-ups and you do a lot of body weight pull-ups and you throw on a 20-pound weight vest and you start doing pull-ups, way harder. After a while, you'll build up the necessary strength to do it well, but it will take a little bit of time to adapt to that. So after the course of several months of using that for especially push-ups and pull-ups, which are the most applicable things, and chin-ups, I just alternate one workout between pull-ups and the next to chin-ups and back and forth and back and forth. Get the best of both worlds, and I also switch grips, so like wide grip, narrow grip, all that stuff. And I'll do some other types of pull-up movements too, holding it at the top or whatever. You get the point. The strength that I've developed doing that has been awesome. I already had enough strength to accomplish everything well, but this is just one piece of equipment I can use where you can do light runs with it to kind of simulate what it's like running with a sandbag or something. Not exactly the same, but it puts extra weight on your shoulders and you get to go through that type of movement. I now have a 40-pound weight vest, which I got a few months, maybe a month ago now. It took a while to get here, shipping and all that. And so now I'm building up the same training platform I did when I was using the 20-pound weight vest, and that was hard at the time. So I'm just going through that same cycle, but with a 40-pound weight vest now instead of a 20-pound weight vest. And all the movements obviously are much harder because I just added another 20 pounds to them. And sorry, thought there was something on my shoulder. Guess not. And so all that extra weight on your shoulder, and so it helps to simulate those types of movements. Just running with extra weight when you have a bucket and you're holding it on your shoulder or in front of you, wherever you're holding the bucket, it's really hard. You can't run normally because it's off-centered, it's counterbalanced, everything's off whack. But it's added weight and you have to move with it, so the vest helps with that. I don't recommend people running long distances with a weight vest. Just because that's a significant amount of impact. Most people jump into it too fast with too much weight and end up getting hurt. So I wouldn't recommend that. Doing short little intervals though, just to build up a little bit of lower body strength, get used to that heavy carry feeling at least, and then doing the pull-ups, chin-ups, push-ups, dips if you have access to dip bars, inverted rows, all of those things. If you have a TRX or rings or some type of knockoff suspension trainer, you can use the weight vest with those, because like for me, the body weight exercises, almost all of them using the TRX now, are easy for appropriate rep levels. I have to go to really high rep levels and then they get harder, but that's great because strength, endurance, we're all about endurance in the sport of OCR for the most part. Again, some strength obstacles and everything. But a weight vest is extremely valuable, extremely important. Think about, like if you throw a 20-pound weight vest on, think about if you actually weighed that and you had to do the movements you were doing already, how much stronger you'd be doing them consistently at that weight. But you get the best of both worlds because you don't have to gain 20 pounds, which would hamper your running. So you put on the 20 pounds so you can build more strength and then take it off and you're still fast and lean and all that stuff. So, excuse me. So I think to sum it up, it is a good idea, if at all possible, to get yourself a weight vest. Don't start super heavy. If you buy a 20-pound one and it has slots for weights in the front and in the back, I would recommend you starting with 10 pounds. So 5 up front, 5 in back. Always balance it out if at all possible, and it should always be possible to balance it. So throw half up front, half in back, start doing exercises with that. After a few weeks of doing it, throw another 10 pounds in. After a few weeks of doing it, and or when you're ready for the next step, once you reached a certain rep goal or whatever with the weight that you have then it's time to increase again. For most people, it'll take a while, if you get a 20-pound weight vest, to reach the same rep levels that you're doing right now with your body weight. So for instance, with just my body weight, I can do, I think 19 is the max number of pull-ups I've ever done, something like that. Last time I tried it was 17, but that was the day after doing pull-ups before, whatever. So somewhere between 17 and 19 is my max. And so if I can't reach anywhere near that with the weight vest, I'm going to keep using that weight vest until I can get closer to that number, and then I'm going to move up in weight again. Same thing with push-ups, except that one I can do 80 plus push-ups in a row. I've never tried to go beyond 80, but without like moving out of a push-up position. And I can't do that with a 20-pound weight vest all in a row, but I'm not trying to. I'm trying to be able to do closer to 30 or 40, and I can do that with the 20-pound one, so now I'm using the 40-pound one. I haven't tried to max that one yet, but I'm building up the repetitions per set. So get a weight vest, start training with your weight vest, and you will gain more strength, better strength endurance, you'll put on some muscle, all beneficial things, but you'll remain functionally strong. You won't be carrying a bunch of weight you don't need, but you'll be strong. And that's what we need. If you hear a breeze going across my mic, it's because it's breezy out, and it makes it wonderful. That's all I have for you today. Go out, get a weight vest if you can. Also, actually, I will add, if you can't get a weight vest, or if it's too expensive to get a weight vest and you already have like a kettlebell or a dumbbell, buy a weight belt where you can attach those weights and do similar things. You won't be able to do everything that you can with the weight vest, but you'll be able to do some of those things. So that's a good option too. Though I prefer the weight vest, if at all possible, you get the weight vest, but otherwise, weight belt, you can still do some of those things and it'll still be helpful. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time on Coach and Coffee.